It's the year 2052, and for me, the Earth has always been the way it is: green grass and purple skies. I'm told many things about the past, like how the sky used to be blue, and everyone had fewer kids. And there used to be these things called orphans. Yet I have never lived through any of those things. I'm only 17. The world has just been this way for me. Yes, the sky is purple, and no one can ever be alone, so people adopt and become parents more often. I see pictures online of people posing with the blue sky behind them, people old enough to remember how things were. Hate how it is now. The blue sky is a version of the world I will never know, but I wish that I could. Today, I am waiting at the shuttle stop with some other people. The next hour is approaching, and I remember that I need to text my dad like he wants me to every hour. The clouds today look so pretty. I've got to take a photo. I stretch my arm out and frame myself in the reflection on my camera ring. It's the new Tech Ring 3 that goes on the pointer finger and has a tiny camera on the top. I finally got one last Christmas from my parents. I push a button with my thumb once I'm in frame and capture the picture. I hold it close to my mouth and tell it to send the image to my dad. It's been half an hour and the neighborhood transit shuttle has yet to arrive. The crowd around me is starting to complain. I, as well as everyone else at the bus stop, get a phone alert that the shuttle is not coming because of unforeseen circumstances. Well, that sucks. I guess I have to go walk a mile now. Me and all the others groaning adults around me grab our backpacks and go our separate ways, all in groups of 2. Except for me. I'll be okay though. My house is only a mile away. It's a nice neighborhood. And a big one, too. Every house has a white picket fence, the same model house with the same number of rooms and the same size lawn. It's not too often I just walk through this place. It's that time of the day where all the corporate buses come through the neighborhood to bring home all of their workers. The big gray Apple bus comes by and stops at a house ahead of me, and a man with a backpack steps out. He turns to wave at his fellow passengers. Many of them wave back before the man walks into his house, wife and baby waiting for him at the door. And the bus moves on. I see the fully autonomous Pepsi shuttle come zipping around the corner next, making a stop at a house. It's a much smaller, but more colorful vehicle. A skinny man with a big beard steps out, giving a quick, "See you tomorrow." 2 kids wait for him at the door, and after he enters, the Pepsi shuttle drives away. A van pulls up to the shoulder of the sidewalk close to me, and it's a van from a lawyer's practice. The door folds open like a wing overhead, and a man in a suit and tight tie, big frame glasses, and a briefcase climbs out of the back row of seats. As I pass by, I hear him say with a lisp in his voice, "Hi there." I say hi back. What a funny sounding guy, I think to myself. I should probably never say that out loud. I look over my shoulder as I walk away and see him walking towards a house with 2 people waiting at the door. And then the van drives off. I've been walking for a while now and the sun is getting low. The horizon has layers of red and pink all reflecting on the clouds. And on the flip side of the sky, I can see some of the first stars beginning to show. I am 3/4 the way home. But I am just now starting to get weird looks from people that walk by on the other side of the street from yards and windows. They look at me like I'm a criminal. I mean, I know no one is supposed to be alone, but I didn't do anything wrong. This isn't fair. I begin to realize, and it's making me uncomfortable. I hold myself together and start walking faster. I'm almost home. I can make it. I can see passengers and cars look at me with wide eyes and rubber necks. I need to ignore them. Just keep speed walking. The sun feels like it's moving faster now. More stars are showing. I can hear crickets. Everyone is settling in for the night with their families. I need to get to mine. My mom and dad are waiting for me. They always warn me about being alone, but I've never experienced what they told me would happen. A car passes by with its lights on. Maybe if cars keep coming with people inside them, everything will be fine. The sun dips below the horizon. I start to run. Everyone in this neighborhood will be home from work soon, if not already. This backpack is suddenly heavy and the things I have inside bounce side to side on my shoulder blades. I hold on to the straps tightly and run faster. I don't see another car coming. I don't see anyone out here. The blue fluorescent streetlights are turning on. I don't know how bad things can get. All I know is my parents have warned me about this my entire life. Since I can understand speech, I have been warned about not being alone or the monster will get me. Somebody, please come out here. There's a pair of people checking the mailbox. It's that old lady Rosa and her granddaughter holding hands. I zoom past them as I hear Rosa say, "You need to be home. What are you doing?" Maybe as long as you can see me, I'll be okay, but I have to turn the next corner. I'm close to home. Really close. I turn the corner. I'm running as fast as I can now. The streetlights pass me like a strobe. No one is around. No cars driving by. The violent noise of my heart and lungs is all I hear. Suddenly, in a flash, an unnaturally tall figure appears from thin air, standing between two street lamps in front of me to the right. It scares me so badly I fall to the left as if I had been punched in the face, landing in someone's grass. While down, I see the tall figure stand there in the shadow, and although I cannot see its face, I can feel it staring back at me and smiling. I scream as I get up and run once more. I run frantically and scream for help as I struggle to keep my backpack on. I can see my house from here. Maybe Mom and Dad can hear me if I yell. "Hey!" I shout. I look back and see the tall figure running towards me, going through each streetlight, giving me a glimpse of what this thing is. And it is not human. I want to run faster, but I'm giving it all I got. I look forward again, and I can see someone coming out of my house. It looks like Mom. "Mom!" I scream with little breath to spare. "Kaylin? Mom!" I look back again, and I don't see the creature that was after me. It's okay. It's gone now. I stop running and stand looking around to see if she's right, and she is. I stare into the dark sidewalk, and my eyes see nothing moving. My mother urges me, "Kaylin, come inside, please." I go to her and give her a huge hug and begin to cry. I want to hug her for longer, but I hear my dad standing close by, saying we should get in the house. After we are safely inside, my mom gives me a monologue about responsibility and calling if things don't go according to plan. It's her usual speech, but she's right. I just thought I could get home on my own, but I can never be alone in this world. I go to my room and start my nightly routine. My guinea pig Charlie is in his cage and making his little yip yip sounds in hopes that I feed him, and I do. My parents have gone to bed, so now I have to keep him on me if I leave my room. I carry him with me to the kitchen to get some water. I hold Charlie in one hand, feeling his 100 beats per minute heart rate as I brush my teeth with the other hand in the restroom. And then I go back to my room and put him in the cage, give him some goodnight pets, and I let myself fall into bed. The room is almost dark with a soft red nightlight in the corner. Everything is illuminated, yet still feels like it's in the dark. After letting my mind wander and looking at the colors of things in the red light, I close my eyes and go to sleep. I'm at the breakfast table with Mom and Dad having a bowl of mini sandwich cookie cereal. Dad ordered it to be delivered before the sun rose, so I'd have it when I got up. He knows it was my favorite when I was younger. Mom usually hates it when we eat junk food like this, but today they both seem really, what's the word I'm looking for? Tender. They act as if I was traumatized and keep trying to ask questions in a gentle and soft voice. I love the cereal, but I hate all this condescending attitude towards me. I've already told them the whole story of what happened in every detail, and yet they keep trying to get me to talk while I'm enjoying my cereal. Ugh, I get so frustrated. I push the bowl away from me, drop the spoon, and say, "What was that? Was it a spirit? A demon? Or a ghost? What kind of creature is it, and what does it want when you're all alone? To eat me?" My father sighs and responds with, "Kaylin, it only appears when you are alone, when anyone is alone. In the year 2035, there was a visitor from outer space." Yeah, I know that part. If you see one and it catches you, it'll make you go crazy. But what is it? Is it a reptile, a mammal, or the freaking Slender Man? We don't know. No one knows. Nobody has ever stuck around to find out when it appears. Everyone who has ever seen one has gone mentally insane or died. It's a good thing you were running like you did. Those track and field classes were worth it. I would rather be doing art, but anyway, can I finish my cereal? Go ahead, he says as he gets up to grab a bowl. Mom gives him a look as he pours some into his bowl, but he just says back, "Well, we have it now, don't we?" Mom speaks. I watched an announcement made early this morning. The reason there were not as many patrols out last night is because they were called to a car crash involving a public transport bus and 6 other vehicles. It was huge. From now on, I'm going to be looking at the patrol app all the time to see updates. But hun, why did you not call us? We could have come to pick you up. It wasn't that far. I didn't think it would take me that long to get home. My dad can see my mother gearing up for his speech, but intervenes. That's neither here nor there. You made it home safely. From now on, though, if the bus does not arrive, call us. It's that simple. I respond with hesitation to my father. So am I supposed to call you guys for everything? Forever? Am I never going to be on my own? My parents look at each other, both looking for an answer to give. My mother says her go-to phase, "You could always get married and have a kid." Then you'll never be alone and you'll be safe. I sigh deeply at that comment, just say a monosyllabic, okay, and leave the room. I know she can't have any more children of her own and she really wants grandkids. I don't want to hurt her feelings by saying that isn't what I want. I go back to my room, feed my guinea pig, and close the door, falling back onto my bed. That monster scared me so badly last night. My chest still hurts from my heart feeling like it grew 10 times in size. What is to prevent it from happening again? Am I supposed to have mom and dad around all the time? I mean, they can't. Otherwise, they would. And that's both annoying and doesn't allow me to be an adult. I'm going to be 18 soon and going to college. I can't bring my parents with me there. Community transport was usually the answer, but now I'm not so sure. And this whole getting married thing is so unappealing. I mean, if I fall in love, fine, but until that happens, I'm not gonna go around looking for a spouse. That's so cringe and makes me look helpless and desperate. Charlie makes a yip yip sound and wants another carrot. I guess I could give him more. They are small ones anyway. Wait a minute. I'm alone in this room with Charlie right now, and there are no monsters appearing. I keep Charlie on my person when I'm in the house and nothing ever happens. So why not when I leave, too? I could try it later tonight. When the town goes to sleep again, I can step outside with Charlie to see if anything happens. If I could just carry this little guy with me everywhere, that could be the answer to my problems. I have waited all day and I'm ready to go out into the cold night with a plan to test this guinea pig theory. I finally think it's been long enough. So I leave my room and tiptoe to my parents' bedroom to listen if my dad is snoring or not. He is. My gut fills with excited energy, my heart rate escalates, and I'm nervous. I leave through the front door and close it behind me gently as I can. I turn, facing the quiet neighborhood with Charlie in my hands. I stand there and look around. There are no tall, creepy monsters standing around. In fact, there is no one around, and nothing is happening. This is perfect. I jump down all 3 steps in front of our door, making Charlie squeak on the landing. I look to my left and right. I hold my breath and wait 10 seconds. Nothing. Oh my goodness. It's working. I can't believe it's working. I start running with excitement, holding Charlie tight to my chest. My footsteps echo between the house's walls as I run through the empty neighborhood. This is going to be amazing, I whisper to myself. After running for a little bit, I arrive at the local park. This park is big, but surrounded by houses and is in the very center of the neighborhood for maximum potential of eyes looking at it. So long as at least one person can see another, the follower monster will disappear. I used to love coming to this park when I was younger with one or both of my parents. As time went on, they couldn't because they both had to go to work together and they were always tired after getting home. I walk through this nice park and listen to the trees brush in the wind. I walk a little more and come to the bench where me and my father would talk as I got older. I talk to Charlie and tell him, the conversations we had were the best here. Me and my dad would get ice cream and sit right here, and he would listen to me babble on and on about something I was into, or something that would happen at school. He would teach me life lessons about humanity and history I will never forget. He would help me so much with my social challenges. He made life easier, and I don't know if I would be the same person without him. I look at Charlie and he looks oblivious. He just stares at nothing and wiggles his nose. I take in my surroundings. The wind blows stronger now and the trees rustle loudly. I look around and there is not a soul. Why do I feel like the wind goes through me now? I feel small suddenly. I am full of fear as I realize and say to myself, I am alone. At that moment, I hear a growl behind me and footsteps. I turn around and there it is. A follower. A monster towering over me with sharp teeth and strange, moist skin. My gut and legs are shaking. I scream and take a few steps back. But how is this possible? Why is this only happening now? I have Charlie. I hold Charlie out in front of me with both hands and scream, but I'm not alone! Look! Charlie squeals as loud as his little throat lets him. With one hand, the follower monster snatches Charlie out of my hands, making them bleed. The monster bites Charlie's head and rips it off, blood squirting everywhere. I scream again and run as the follower monster munches on Charlie's body. I sprint with all of my willpower and dash out of there towards home. After looking over my shoulder every few seconds and running the fastest I ever have, I made it back to the front of the house, in what feels like half the time it took me to go to the park. My heart rate and breathing is the only thing I can hear. I'm in pain all over. My muscles can't take more of this today. I reach my house and the steps feel so huge as I use my sore legs to lift my heavy body up every step. I use my blood-covered hands to search for my key and enter my home. Once inside and the door is shut and locked, I get on my hands and knees. I am trying to catch my breath with a dry mouth and nostrils that feel like they can't open wide enough. One moment goes by and I feel like I've caught my breath. Was that monster even real? I look at my hands. Yes, it was real. I go to the restroom and clean myself up. My cut-up skin hurts with every light touch. The water burns. I wrap my hands in bandages after wiping off the unclotted blood. I look in the mirror at my flushed face and patched up hands and realize after all is said and done, I'm fine. I step out into the living area and look around in this empty house. I listen to the tinnitus-inducing silence. There is no follower monster despite not having Charlie, and I don't feel alone here. Maybe that was it. Feeling alone.